What up, everybody? This is Bonzo, and I am coming to you today on the 29th on my iPad with a little bit of screen recording and a plug-in USB-C headset because I have been moving for the past couple of weeks, and so my desktop that has my streaming software, all my good stuff, that's still en route. But I've been itching to make a video, and I had another pair of headphones, but you could hear the echo, so I got a new pair. Luckily, I live in Phoenix, so I'm able to get stuff pretty much overnight, and here we are. So to jump right into it, this was going to be another episode in my progress video. And what I really wanted to talk about was some recent changes, mostly with my modules. Now, when most folks do their videos, they'll end the run and kind of show you everything. However, there's really not much to show. My workshop is pretty much all maxed out. I'm able to get a run, basically fully maxed out attack and defense by like level 800. And I've put most of my coins into the utility so that when I start a game, you'll see here, I can finish my max recovery in like 100 levels. My enemy or my health and attack level skips, I can get a good amount into that so that my free ups can handle the rest. And I've been doing that because the earlier that you can get your free ups, or excuse me, the earlier that you can get your health and attack level skips up to a decent amount, just every level you get of that is essentially another level you can go in the tournament. And what I am pushing towards is pretty much all getting to Legends League. This is the main milestone I'm pushing for. Now, can't show you because I'm going to run and I'm not going to end it. But my last tournament, I think I got to like level 7 or 800. The last tournament was really good for everyone with the battle conditions, so I was able to push up pretty high. I believe I got like 13th or 15th. It was the first time in Champions League that I wasn't in the 16 through 24 ranking, and pretty big accomplishment for me. And how I've been getting there has been pretty much all from doing my labs geared towards my attack, but I also happened to get this module, the space displacer. And I was just going with an epic wormhole redirector, but I got lucky with some space displacer pulls. So just getting that to mythic and being able to get a 200% health regen and then legendary 5% defense. Ignore the landmine radius. I've been trying to pull something better, but to no luck. Just getting those changes has drastically helped with my my tournaments. Health regen doubling is massive, and so my goal is I'm gonna keep, of course, putting into offensive labs and keep trying to get my stats up higher in the realm of like health level skips so that I can try to push up into the Legends bracket. Now, to kind of dive into modules a bit more, it seems like everyone gets kind of lucky with like a few modules that they'll pull that, of course, have the unique effects. Mine have been the Black Hole Digester. I have one more of these sitting, so once I get one more, I'll be able to take this sucker to a mythic. Now, this is what I just used for farming, like a standard Galactic Librarian. However, I have a legendary Dimension Core. And this guy just absolutely shreds when it comes to pushing milestones and then pushing in tournaments. Like I put this on, and on tier, I think it was 12, I got an extra 1,000 levels than I did with my normal farming because my chain lightning is so developed. I do my farming runs with a death penalty now because I'm trying to farm for cells as well. And when you get so far in a run like I am here on tier 7, like near 4 billion a minute, the enemies are piling up anyways. Sure, I might be able to get a little bit higher without that, but I don't think I'd get this far if I didn't have that death penalty module equipped, and you get a lot of cells. So with my cell progression, I've been keeping a few at 3x. I'm almost in the realm of being able to keep another lab in the 3x, so having 4 at a 3 times speed, which is kind of the goal. And as you know, this game is a lot of balance between getting cells, getting coins, and getting stones. But as I've been playing this game for now, what is it? since December 6th. I didn't really start playing it seriously until January. Stones are the most important. Oh, you probably just heard my dryer go off. Stones are by far, in my opinion, the most important thing you need, economy or what is it, currency you need. And the reason being is if you get more stones, you're able to upgrade your chain lightning or other ultimates higher, which is going to help you go farther in tournaments, farther in farming. But most importantly, you can put your stones into econ upgrades with the golden tower, black hole, spotlight, you name it. And that just helps you snowball faster. So if you're sitting in like gold and platinum league, your goal should be trying to get up as high as you can to where you're making a few hundred stones a week. And I got this inspiration from KP's tower. Look him up. But he said he's trying to kind of break the meta with going mostly damage and not really going to econ meta, but using damage to get to legends. And I think he's been to legends now, but when you start farming into higher tiers, as unfortunate as it is, you'll work on your HP for so long, but by the time you get to like high up champions legends, the attack is so high from your enemies that they'll pretty much one-shot you. So you need to work on keeping your enemies far away from your tower. So I've progressed. I was in gold league, I think. I think it was gold at the end of March, and then platinum in, well, I got to platinum, then champions, all in like a month. And how I did that was putting all my coins into my workshop stats, getting those pretty much maxed out. And then what I started doing was putting all my stones into chain lightning. Chain lightning is very developed. Now I do have the 2 times chain lightning damage perks, so disregard that. But I've been doing my chain lightning labs and really working on damage, attack speed labs, as well as the shock multiplier. And that coupled with a dimension core has just, it's made it so pretty much every tournament I'm going up another 100 to 150 waves, which is how you should rank your progression. Like you'll see, oh, I got 12th this tournament, I got 14th. That doesn't matter. You might get a good or bad bracket. What you want to focus on is that you are going up consistently in waves each time, because that means you're progressing. So I'm going to go here to my labs. Oh yeah, and I'm kind of jumping around. Again, sorry, this is not going to be my typical quality of video. Reason being is that I'm moving. My computer should get here tomorrow or the next day, so please God, let it arrive. And then I'll get back to the regular scheduled programming, streams for the tournaments. I might be able to stream off this iPad, but it didn't let me stream last time, and I forgot what software you can use to stream off of a mobile device and like also see everything. So if you know, please comment. I actually asked Spartan that on one of his streams, but I don't know where I put that paper to write down. But having all my cards maxed out, and you'll notice here, this is my farming setup. However, I switch out Berserker and Ultimate Crit on for cash and free ups once I get to once I get all the upgrades done. Now, free ups you can arguably keep on for more coins. However, what I'll do is I'll get the free upgrade perks, and the free upgrades with Black Hole Digester give you more coins in run. So I'd rather get farther them, and having Berserker and Ultimate Crit helps. All of my new gems are going directly towards modules. This has helped a lot with getting my modules leveled up, getting Space Displacer and other good modules. I really didn't put much emphasis on how important these things are, but man, getting good modules can really help you progress. But my labs, so right now I'm kind of doing some one-off labs with the inner mines. I did do inner landmine stun, so that was big. I'm probably going to get my inner landmine radius to about 10, then stop. And the inner mine rotation speed, that's just going to be a test, because you can see him spinning around there. But what I want to test is in the tournament, if there's bosses or towers coming with my wall down, I want to see if a boss can hit. And then in the time that it's frozen, the other mine hit to effectively pause it in space. I think I'm going to have to keep upgrading this landmine rotation speed for a bit until I can reach that point. Now, chain lightning and having dimension core, definitely want to upgrade the chain lightning labs. And I've been sort of alternating between the chain lightning, like the shock multiplier, as well as a shock chance. My shock multiplier, it's not as efficient to upgrade this versus the shock chance. However, when you get to a certain point that you're near gold boxing it, you might as well just finish it off. So I should have this finished in the next few days, and then I can just get shock chance maxed out. That should continue to impact my tournament runs. And then what I'm going to do here is, well, I'm keeping lab speed going for a while. I don't like perma, just labbing one thing the entire time. Eventually, when you're waiting a month for, say, 0.02, it's not going to be worth it, in my opinion. There's other labs. But I'm going to keep this going for a while. Now, the radius, like I said, I'm going to get that to 10. And then I'm going to get this going towards attack speed. As you transition from Champions to Legends League, it's all about keeping the enemies away from your tower and dealing as much damage as possible. And so one way to do that, attack speed. Now, critical factor is huge. My critical factor has gone from like 30 to now it's at 52. And how I've been doing that is some enhancements, but also, of course, the labs. And I had these so underdeveloped that, like, getting from, say, level 1 to 20 at 2 or 3x speed, you could do in just a few days. So I'm going to keep that going. And then I'm obsessed with the wall. So I want to get my lab thorns up another level or two. And the reason being is I want to be able to trim enemies quicker on my farming runs as well as my tournament runs. But once I am able to get into Legends, I'm going to switch all this up and go into getting, I would say, a farming build. I want to be able to farm tier 8, tier 6 to like 8, 9, 10,000 waves in order to get a ton of cells. Tier 6 is still my sweet spot, even though the runs take about 12 hours. But because my tower is so developed, I could just set it and forget it. So my plan is to be able to get to Legends League and then bounce between Legends and Champions for however long. But I calculated out I'm going to get probably about 300 stones a week off that strategy. And then once I get to that point, I'm going to put all my stones into econ upgrades with my ultimate weapons, so I can get my golden tower and black hole closer to just being permanent. And at that level, really start to snowball my coin income so I can put more into enhancements and keep progressing. My level of econ progression is kind of flatlined. Of course, I'm able to get some themes and relics and whatnot with joining a good guild. Shout out to Darman. And also doing these, I always get the event boost. I like supporting the game because it's a great community, great game. That helps keep them with updates coming by paying to support the game. I mean, if you buy a couple Starbucks a day, that's what, $10? You could spend 15 every 2 weeks on this game. I mean, it's not much. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I will be hopefully streaming this on Friday's the next one. Of course, probably not tonight because I'm still on my iPad, but I should get my computer back the next couple days. And then it will be back to the regular scheduled programming. And who knows? Maybe by then I'll be in a Legends League with a well-developed chain lightning and damage labs, and then we can get back to what's fun. And that kind of leads to another thing with this game is, like, don't get so caught up in just gold boxing, and even though I am gold boxing shock multiplier, of course, but you'll see, like lab speed, for example, I'm going to get to a point where it takes like 2 or 3 weeks just to upgrade it another 0.02. Well, I could spend a day and upgrade, 3 hours here for my health level skips, get another 10 basis points. There's obviously going to be some upgrades that are just more efficient, your time-wise, to do. So a lot of these, like if it's 20 level ones, you can get to level 10 in pretty quick and easy time. And then the last bit of the upgrades, like say for example with wall regen, you'll see it's super lengthy. But before, when you're just getting the first few levels into something, like don't really worry about, oh, I need to do lab speed, or oh, I need to do this. Like I stopped doing my black hole coin bonus just because it took 2 weeks. And there's so many other upgrades that I can do that'll take 6, 8, 10 hours. And once I get those done, that's going to incrementally increase the value and strength of my tower, more so than just focusing on only gold boxing or only doing this. So don't get too caught up in that. Remember, it's a balanced approach. Balanced approach is going to win in the long run. And in the long run for your tournaments, you're going to need to focus on damage. So with that being said, that's my video for today. Again, appreciate you guys for bearing with me as I'm on lower quality, filming this off my iPad with headphones in. But we'll be back to regularly scheduled programs soon. So thanks, and have a great rest of your day. Peace.